right, what's going on, eighth graders? Last video update, last all of it for middle school for you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. Sorry for the late video today. I was at the school cleaning out my classroom and just kind of shutting everything down. It was a little weird, but otherwise it went well, and now it's all ready for next year. Again, I hope you guys are doing okay. Let's run through this week's lesson. Shouldn't be that long of a video, I hope, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so this week we're talking about maternal changes, and that's changes that happen during pregnancy for the mother. Now, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to review the slideshow. I'm going to run you through that. Then you may do the activator, which I've just posted in the Google Class stream, and you may do the pregnancy stages organizer, and I'll talk about that in a sec. But we must do the health, family life, human sexuality quiz. Now, don't freak out. It's not going to be weighted like a quiz. So just try your best and everyone will be okay. All right, so let's go through this slideshow here. Again, we're talking about maternal changes. We're going to explain the gestation process of fetal development and maternal changes, and explain the principles of prenatal care. And I'll explain what all those words mean in a minute. Your activator. What has been your favorite topic or unit so far in health class? And was there anything that you wished we had covered? I know it's like a weird quarter, but is there anything else that you guys would have wished we talked about in health class? Again, if you have any questions about this stuff, feel free to email me. I will answer all emails as best I can, and I will keep all questions completely anonymous. So if you have anything, let me know. All right, now the stages of pregnancy slideshow. I'm going to give you guys this to look at, and I will briefly go through it because it is 43 slides. So I'll just kind of like hit the main points here. So week one is your menstrual period, and this is all talking in this, I guess in the hypothetical scenario that a woman is getting pregnant, right? So when we calculate the due date from for someone that has a kid, we are calculating from the first day of their last period, and then we're going 40 weeks out. And typically they will give birth 38 to 42 weeks after that first day of their last period. Now, if you didn't know, this is what the female reproductive system looks like from the inside. This is the vagina. It's a tube that goes back to the cervix, which is a very small hole that will open up to allow the baby to come through, but nothing can get past the cervix. The uterus is this upside down pear-shaped thing, and it's got these muscular walls on all sides, and that is where the baby will grow. Connected to that are the fallopian tubes on either sides, and then connected to those are the ovaries, and that's where the eggs are stored. An egg looks like this, more or less. After your period, your body begins to prepare the uterus for pregnancy. Again, this is in the week one. So I'll keep going through this. Now, if an egg is fertilized by sperm, then it will look like this. The sperm are obviously from the man, and they are much smaller than the egg, but that contains 50% of the DNA, and the egg contains the other 50% of DNA to create 100% of somebody. The first sperm to get inside the egg will fertilize it. So the first one to get through that outer shell is the winner. Fertilized egg divides into many cells as it travels down the fallopian tube and into the uterus. And as it does, it becomes a blastocyst, and it kind of is a bundle of cells. Again, this is like a microscopic scale. There is a yolk sac, and this is the embryo. It's a little hard to understand right now, but there's videos later that will help explain this a little bit better. It looks a little funny. The embryo starts to change shape. You can kind of see things growing along it here and there. Now, after a little while, this is what we all looked like when we were first being created, right? Here's your head, your eye, your ear. This is your spine, obviously, your arm bud, your leg bud. This is the umbilical cord, which connects to your belly button. And then this is the placenta, and that's to help filter out all of the things that are coming from the mother. And then the yolk sac is right behind there. Now, over time, that fetus gets a little bit bigger and things start to become more pronounced, right? So, like hands start to form, legs start to form, eyes are growing. It gets bigger and bigger. See, the arms are getting a little bit bigger, the legs are getting bigger. Notice that the baby is getting bigger, but the umbilical cord and the placenta are about the same size. Now, at week 9, this is about an inch long fetus, and it might take some movements. It might be able to move around at that point, but you really won't be able to feel anything for a longer amount of time. Again, week 10, and we're skipping up to week 11. Again, the baby just keeps getting bigger. All sorts of things start to form. The brain is growing. The ears, nose, eyes, mouth, all the internal organs are growing. It's all becoming more like a baby, right? Like what we would picture a baby being instead of that little T-Rex looking thing. Again, I'm going to skip forward a lot because there's a lot here. But at week 24, your baby can start practicing breathing movements, but they are still relying on the placenta for oxygen. All of the oxygen and blood and water and food and stuff will come directly from the mother and filter through that placenta. Again, the baby's still developing, still getting bigger. Now, week 27, this is the first week of the 3rd trimester. The baby's lungs, liver, and immune system will still need to fully mature, but if born now, the baby would have a good chance of survival. So it could be born as early as 27 weeks and be totally fine. The eyes can open at this point in week 28. Baby starts to get it's gaining weight at a lot faster pace. Keeps making breathing movements. It's getting ready for its first breath. Again, it's getting bigger and bigger. It's stretching. It's able to sleep. It's dreaming. The baby's skull is forming more and more. The bones are becoming bigger. Now, at this point, the baby's starting to get real cramped in the uterus, right? Because we're at week 35. We've only got about a month left. The baby then starts to flip upside down so that it can come out head first. And then after 38 to 40 weeks, it drops down into the pelvis in preparation for birth. Now, 39 is when baby is considered full term. Don't be alarmed if your baby isn't picture perfect. Newborns have a temporarily misshapen head from the birth canal, rashes, and more. Birth is a little bit of an intense process. That's putting it lightly. But as the baby's born, it can kind of look a little funny when it first comes out, but it will normalize. Now, babies born around 40 weeks are about 7 pounds 4 ounces on average and about 20 inches from head to toe. And boys tend to be a little bit bigger than girls. And that's it. That's the 40 weeks. Now, going back to this, I will let you guys go through that individually and read through it. But did you know that most babies are born between 38 and 42 weeks? And that only a small percentage of women actually deliver on their due date? Crazy. Now here's a week-by-week calendar. I will not go through this totally. I will let you guys do this yourself, but please read through this. It will help you guys understand a little bit more about the growth process of a fetus. Now, the next few videos, I'm not going to show you on this video. That'd be silly. I'm going to let you guys watch it. But it's basically month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Watch these videos in order. I linked them in the slideshow so you guys can watch them. And because on the YouTube playlist, they were all out of order, it's not graphic. Do not worry about that. It's all 3D CG animated with some live commentary in it. It's really fascinating to watch the baby grow, and they have some cool like x-ray shot kind of things. So watch that and see all that good stuff. Now, did you know that exercising during pregnancy has proven to be very beneficial? It's awesome for the baby and for the mother. Now, prenatal care is all about the stuff that you do to stay healthy during pregnancy. And I'll let you guys read this on your own. It's a little long, but I have a feeling that you guys will be able to handle that. I'm not going to read it here. So read that from start to finish. And then when you're watching those videos, I want you to take notes on the pregnancy stages organizer. This is your may do activity. You can just write down some developmental changes and events, about 2 or 3 for each month, just like the highlights, right? Like what are the big things that happen during each month? And then put them in there. And you can upload that if you'd like once you're done, or you can just use it as your own benefit. And then the last thing that you must do is the maternal changes quiz. Now, don't freak out. It's not a huge quiz. It's not even really a quiz. But I want you guys to go through this. It's 5 questions. You can use those slides. You can use your notes, whatever you want, and just answer these as best as you can. And then once you are all done with that, that's it. You finished 8th grade health. I am so sorry that I didn't get to see any of you guys this year, or this quarter, excuse me. I met a couple of you, but I didn't meet all of you. I hope this was an okay class for you guys. I wish you all the best in high school. Wherever you're going, good luck. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out. All right, guys, this is Mr. Yanniga signing off. 8th grade health. You guys finished. See you later.